So today we're going to talk now about horoscope. We're going to let you get your readings today. Let you know what God has in mind for you and your future. You see, because a number of people depend upon this thing to come and get their future read. So they want to know what their future is like. Find out who is keeping them back in life. Yeah? Do you know there are people who try to find out who's keeping them back in life? Who blocking their progress and who hindering their success in life? Horoscope gives that claim and get to know if you will get married. You see? Some people just want to know, am I going to be single all the days of my life? Who trying to take me husband? Yeah? Who trying to take me wife? And know how your day will go today. So some people don't start off the day until they know what the horoscope has said. Yeah? Because they plan their life on horoscope. They plan their life on divination and these people who can see things into the future. And there are people who depend upon it. And so I want us today to find out through the horoscope what the horoscope says for you. You were born in what month, sir? Yeah? July. So you are what? Leo. That is a lion. All right. You are what? Gemini. What that is? Oh, yeah, the twin. All right. Virgo. What's that? Mermaid. Yes. Peter, where are you? Libra. Scale. Look at that. And I Libra. First time I know I all right. So scale. Nicole, who are you? Taurus. You the bull. Oh, yeah. Yes. Sister Tonya. Fish. Pisces. Cancer. What is that? Crab. All right. Scorpion. Cancer too. Taurus. Bull. Yeah. Sister. What is that? Joanne. All right. Sister Messina. Scorpio. Aquarius. Fish. Taurus. All right. So you have some very interesting things. But what are you? Cancer. All right. They say it's Libra. Scale. Right. So let's see what your horoscope says for you today. Don't be a foolish Christian. Yeah.
We woke up yesterday morning. The sun was 99. It was pretty good. And we chow. Everybody posted it so nice. And then this rain come down. Everywhere you post something saying rain. Although it was not. I would be a real chow. There was a Michelle Stewart.
Yeah. Welcome. Morning.
But all God that we so said was rain,
Morning.
sun, the devil, people, anything happen.
Yes.
What I bless you, according to Bola, nothing else can.
Nothing.
Even if you go out there, you can't reach her.
Yes.
Already bless her.
All right.
You went out there, they won't get soaked. The umbrella breaking, going on, and people still come. For people say, all the ultimate rain, everybody wants it, all the not ultimate.
We could use it to light the empty chairs here, you know.
People say, all the people never be ultimate rain. Tom flood, Gator flood. But by us, God still send people. So
Amen.
it doesn't even matter what you feel, how your day look like. God already went before you and made your day good.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen. So, brethren, Stop this foolishness about going to your newspaper to find out how your day goes before your day starts off and so on. And wanting to know who is the best combination for you. Whether if you are a Libra, whether Taurus is a good combination for you or whatever it is. It's a lot of foolishness. And that is what we call the kingdom of darkness. A lot of people depend on such dark places to find God. You can't find God in those foolishness. You see? And how could we, as Christians, who believe in a God that is all-seeing, all-knowing, all-present, all-powerful, to come and to go by some of these clowns who sit down reading stars to tell you how your life is? And I'm saying, come out of it. And so that's why we're saying the kingdom of darkness and the kingdom of light are two warring kingdoms. But you can't fight on both sides. Either you will love the one and forsake the other, or you will be able to serve one and we reject the next. You cannot serve on both sides. That's the way of the world. And so I want us to be able to look at that today. 40% of Americans believe to follow the horoscope. So Bertrand Russell said, if 50 million people say a foolish thing, it is still a foolish thing. Doesn't care how many people say. You see? But it is because of ignorance in brethren why we still have brethren still following this and still depending upon it. And one of the first things they want to know, where do you fall into it? Now, let me tell you this. 2018 will be hitting hard on some stuff. If I'm not talking to you, I'm not talking to you. That mean? Oh, Brother Mike, I like to hear Brother Mike preach. Brother Mike does motivate and so on. I like to hear him so on. When things going nice. Soon as we start to hit people in the garden, oh, Brother Mike, I don't know why Brother Mike going down that road. I ain't coming back to church again because Brother Mike will be talking things and insulting us and so on. Yes, it's about time. Amen. For so long, oh heavens, man, how long have we been Christians? And we still following stars? This is where people sit down and watch the stars, and the stars go into all kind of orbit, and the sun and the moon and so on. And they start to sit down and say, this is what's going to be your future, this is going to be your future. Let me tell you, you could plan and sit down and array all of that. God is the one who calls the shot. And no star could override God. None. So don't depend upon that. Now, you'll be patient with people who are not Christians. You'll be patient with people who just become Christians. Yeah. But of course, man, not all the people who have grown up in the church and so on, and we still following this kind of thing. Yes, brother.
Christians are required to live by faith.
Yes.
Abraham believed God.
Mm-hmm.
So faith is believing God.
Yes.
So what do you believe that?
Yeah. You see? And we go after it, and there are so many things that we go after that has nothing to do with God, but we follow the crowd, we follow in the world and how it is and so on. And we're not coming to the knowledge of the understanding of the truth. We like to come and sit down in church on a Sunday, praise God, sing nice songs, Amazing Grace, Jesus loves me, and all that. And we go back home and we are no better off, we have not grown, we have not developed, and we have not strengthened ourselves in the Lord. You must know, the Bible says you must be able to give a reason of the hope that is within you with meekness and godly fear. So how can you give a reason if you don't know what the word says? We must be able to tell these people, when they come and tell us they're not coming out to work today because the horoscope says that bad luck will follow them today, so they're going no way. Offer them $1 million. Yeah. They will cross the door, and they're coming for it. Why? Because now, all of a sudden, horoscope, next time I stay home and I don't get $1 million. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So it's convenient.
Yes. A convenient business. God is a convenience. So when things going good, God. When things going bad, I have to find somebody who will be able to help me to be able to see my way. You understand? Once you mix with darkness, you are in big trouble. Because the kingdom of darkness, all it does is like a drug. It wants to just catch you, and then once it catches you, it never releases you. At all. Because the devil is like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Devour does not mean that he leaves scraps after.
It's so good that we have that understanding about darkness and light and phobia and witchcraft. Next day, I come out. I want to come to see you. How will I go? I'm not a man. All you do is pray for people. You do not go there and say, I will stop one time. I will pray for myself. You see my husband and I keep going there. Look over there. Look at my baby. Look at my husband. Keep going there. She keep me to talk. I said, don't you talk to them.
Yeah.
I said, come to me.
Yeah. You know, sometimes your children sick and some people will come and say, boy, come, listen, I could do something for you. What could you do for me? Yes, sir? And some people, just as they talk about that you can pray for yourself, everybody needs somebody, some pastor to pray for them. So what's wrong with your prayer? Amen. What is wrong with your prayer? You understand? So some of us should get the award. We graduate with high colors. The hook, line, and sinker award. We swallow it. The whole thing. And these are the people who go after all of these different things that they see going around. All these people need is just to hear God's name calling. And they don't care whatever it is after that, what God named God. Oh, God, I'll just tell you a true story. Friend of mine, I saw my friend. I said, I'm not seeing you with your car these days. You're on foot. This is her story. Pastor had a dream. God spoke to pastor and said to pastor, go to this sister and ask for her car. And the pastor came and told her that, and she handed over her car. And I'm saying, how could people be like this? Intelligent, qualified people falling for anything. You see? I would say, but Pastor, God tell you give me car? Has he ever told you give me a car? He's coming soon. And he's going to tell you give me a car waiting. You understand me? No. I think we need to overcome this. And so this hook, line, and sinker big. If I'm not talking to you people, I'm not talking to you. But if I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. And he that hath ears to hear, let him hear. Zodiac sign, 12. Now they have 13. They found a recent one. 13, yes. Google it, go on YouTube, and you'll see they found a 13th one. And you know the number 13 has significance in the book of Revelation. 12 zodiac signs, each sign has its own strengths and weaknesses, its own specific traits, desires, attitude towards life and people. So people behave different ways and so on. It's called priming, brethren. Priming. This is what priming said. If I say to you something, you would accept what I've said and reject everything else outside of that. Here's what it says. Cow's milk is good for building bones and strong teeth. I want my child to have strong bones and strong teeth. But because it says cow's milk, I no longer put emphasis on breast milk. No, they never said stop breastfeeding. No. They just give you a good option. So we've had millions of women throughout the entire world stop breastfeeding and went to cow's milk. Now, here's what cow's milk, that priming does. It has also gotten rid of whether any other milk is just as good as cow's milk. elephant milk, goat milk, dog milk, all of that. It completely writes off all of that. So as far as we concerned, some people skinning up their face with dog milk. That is what it does. It causes you to reject every other option. So when you tell somebody, the zodiac sign caused me to behave this way, a rude, obnoxious person refused to change their behavior because I'm a bull, I'm a Taurus. And they never change their attitude to become a nice person because this is my sign. Are you all understanding me? So they find justification in the foolishness to remain the way they are without changing. That is what it does. Until they found out too many children have asthma. And they have cocked teeth and so on. And they recognize it was because they weren't on breast milk. They went to cow's milk. Human beings are the only animals on planet Earth that continue to drink milk after weaning. Yeah? The things to protect you are in the early stages of milk. After that, it's of no good to you.
Yes, sir.
So now the government had to find a way because the cost of healthcare went up very high to get people to come back now on breast milk. And so now they have hospitals that are called baby-friendly hospitals, which means in the hospital, nothing but breast milk in order to stop and bring that back down. Yeah? Processed hair made people who were not processing their hair feel unlovely. A lot of women did not feel fashionable and beautiful except they processed their hair. Till now the hair processed so much, it started to drop off. They get this thing that is put on it to straighten it that has given them burns and so on. And when they go out in the rain, their hair does just drop like leather. All you know what I'm talking about. You all know what I'm talking about. So they went and they ran after it. And then now they recognize they're spending so much money on hairdresser because it is always a money-making business. Christmas and all of that, money-making. And so they run after that and so on. So now they have to find a way to come back. So they talk about the natural woman. They can't afford it. So they come back to the natural. Is she any uglier because her hair is natural? Hello. In fact, sometimes you watch the woman and them with the natural hair and they tell you, say, that's a black woman. You understand? Because we just take off after all of these things. In Jamaica, when I studied in Jamaica, the song just came out, Me and Me Brown Name. Black women went and bleached themselves and got rid of their face is as brown as ever and their hand as black as ever. Why? Priming. Make you feel uncomfortable with what you have. That's what these people who do obia, these people who do zodiac sign and all of that, make you feel uncomfortable with the God that you serve. Yeah. Because they always need an extra oomph because the God you serve is taking too long to act. But these people, they can be able to do a prayer, throw some salt in your eye. Beat you with cocaine, boom. And then you tell yourself, yes, something really happened to me now because I feel something inside of me. You understand me? So, and some of the licks that we get with cocaine, boom, from these people, we deserve it. So, by analyzing the projection of the position of the planets and the sun and the moon on the ecliptic at the moment of birth, you can now tell how a person is going to become and who they will marry and what their life will turn out to be. Because some people are destined for poverty, regardless of what they do, hogwash. And some people are destined for riches, regardless of how lazy they are. Nonsense. You see? Astrology claims to give us a glimpse of a person's basic characteristics, preferences, flaws, and fears. Astrology, the field of production of sun signs based on observational position of planets in relation to that sign for a specific day, week, month, year. So, let me give you some definitions because we're going to talk some Bible now, and I need you to understand the definition. Divination means the practice of seeking, not stumbling upon, seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. Somebody who claims to have access to extra powers, they are now going to give you knowledge, insight of things that are going on in your life. You understand? You come home, you meet a bottle in your yard. The bottle have half liquid in it, but the bottle seal. So you tell yourself, nah, I'm touching that. Because my hand got rotten off, I got get finny hand. So you go on this way, somebody to know who throwing thing in your yard. You understand? That time is some drunk bum pass by your yard and fling an empty bottle in your yard, you know. You go on by somebody, and the person says, listen, for $500, I could tell you what's going on. You have a relative. And that relative, you and them don't talking. All of us have relatives we don't talk to. Yes, you understand me? All of us. So then you tell him, say, yes. And then say, but I never tell him that. How he know that? Yeah, because it is just easy. Ignorance is so bliss. Sure. Because they tell him, say, wow. And then he says, so you and that relative, I don't know who is that relative, but the relative put that there to tie your foot and to put stumbling block in there. You stop talk to that relative, no worse. Don't like the person and go on and spread news on the person. So these divinators, knowledge of the future, the unknown, I don't know where that bottle comes from, by supernatural means. I meet money in my yard and so on. And people tell me, boy, left that. Don't even pass it, pass around it, and so on. $1, $5. I said, this is cheap over people we dealing with. Why these people don't leave $100 bill? You understand? I taking it up in my yard. You understand? Leave $100 or $200 or $500 or $1,000. I am picking it up. Why? Because the Spirit of God always protects from evil anybody whose heart is seated in him. Yes, sir. Unless you know your heart is not right with God, then of course you need extra help. Those people could help you. Yeah? Because the Christ said, you are of your father the devil. Fathers take care of their children. And if you feel God cannot take care of you, and you need the devil to take care of you, then you have your father the devil. He shall take care of you. My God will take care of you. Are you all with me? Yes. All right. So, fortune tellers, divine people, prophecy, prediction, soothsayers, augury, clairvoyance, second sight, all of those different names that we give them, and so on. Superstitious beliefs that biting fingers, you point at the cemetery or your finger would got off, and so on, before you sit down on somebody's chair. Yeah, you're never going to an office and somebody beat the chair first, and so on. You come home late so that the spirit don't follow you inside. You turn and you come inside the house back. Next thing you know, somebody put a bucket of water there for you to walk inside. All of these things, absolute nonsense. I was doing a funeral the other day, and I don't believe in this superstitious thing and so on, but there are so many people with so much superstition thing. After the church now, you know, this pious walk down to the cemetery, I really can't handle all of that because I don't walk like that. But you need to do it now with this kind of thing, with the Bible, and it was among the first set of funerals I'm doing. So I said, listen, they will meet me down at the cemetery. So I walk and go down there. And I waiting for the procession to come down and so on. It have some old people, what they didn't say about me, they couldn't remember. Ah, the pastor leave the dead. Now the dead roaming all over the place. And they give me good at the graveside. Just because I walk in front and left them there with the dead, you know. They're walking all over the place. Superstitious people. You understand? It is appointed unto man once to die. And after death is not Rome. is judgment. You understand? So you're not going to go home anyway.